right, thank you. My name is Jeremy Smith. This is a virtual tour of my gallery showing, See My Light. My very first show, and also, is the launch of, my very first book as well, See My Light. And I'm just gonna walk you through exactly what my pieces look like and why I made them, and just a little bit of background on me and some of my work. And I greatly appreciate you, clicking on this. Diamond Minds Enterprises is the business, and this is our work. Okay, this first corner is basically an homage to my daughter Oni. These first three pieces are like basically inspired by her. This first one is I actually used her mother's hand and was able to go ahead and depict what it is that I felt the first time I saw her, which was like a beautiful flower, and some of the history in the background that I want to teach her, just about who she is, where she comes from, and having that river of wisdom flowing to her is ultimately the goal. And this is titled "See His Majesty's Gift," because definitely was a gift from God, especially at that time. And I wanted to reinforce that with see they don't forget, loveys or bears, whatever little stuffed animal that kids love to run around with, make them feel safe, make them feel secure. I wanted to take that and kind of flip it a little bit and make sure that we keep the history, the knowledge itself for the kids, close to them the same way that they would their stuffed animal, that make them feel safe, make them feel secure. And then this piece, Painted Paradise, is basically a depiction of me trying to paint our future, trying to paint a beautiful future for me and her. And it's kind of an homage to what it is that's happening right now on it kind of being set up like a little gallery, so it's kind of a corner within a corner. The next piece is Bird's Eye View. Wanted to do a beginning piece to start the story for the gallery, which starts in the spiritual realm, that place, that we all go to when we sleep, you know what I mean? So, what would that look like, or a depiction of that? And, that kind of leads us into dive into destiny, which is, that first leap that you have to make, is depicted with the spiritual aspect to it. But, this could mean so many things. This was a representation of me, diving into my destiny as far as even being an artist and kind of being comfortable with being an artist and understanding, that is my calling, that is what I'm made to do. So, it's a scary thing to dive into something new. But also it's kind of the spiritual realm of, what does it look like before you're born? I feel like you have to make a choice and, kind of jump into this universe wholeheartedly. And this is that depiction of that. I'm a Pisces, so, that sun and moon, sometimes you gotta jump into this reality that we are all in and trying to create. And that leads me to the next one, See the Connection, is basically a self-portrait, but also a kind of an homage or a correlation between me and the spiritual realm and how it connects. I was able to find the Rastafarianism when maybe in like 2010, 2011, and that kind of connected me to my history, to the spirituality aspect of where we come from, and just kind of diving into who it is that I am and the inner portion. And this is kind of a homage to that, understanding of where I connect with me and God and my work. That leads us to see my focus, which ultimately, with that knowledge, what are you going to focus on? What are you leading towards with that knowledge of, good and evil, truly? And my lead is, what I'm leading towards or what I'm focused on is, a future that I want to paint myself. Trying to open the doors of opportunity, with my artwork, and having to literally put that vision out in order to get it back, which is kind of the basis of what all of this is as well. Taking those thoughts, taking those things, those feelings, and getting them out as a certain way of energy, and then getting it back, which is, evident right here, right now, because I never thought I'd be doing something like this. So the next one is Mind in Space. This kind of represents that, I love space in general, but, and I know that, we're all connected to the stars in our own way. And this is just a depiction on kind of being at rest when your mind is in space, when you have a certain level of knowledge, of understanding, and you don't know what to do with it, but you're trying to figure it out. You know where it is that you want to go, but you don't know the vehicle that's going to take you there. So that's what that represents, and then that leads into the feeling of good and bad, the feeling of happy and sad, the feeling of excited and depressed. That within those two areas of having to navigate both, on the other end, the goal is to find freedom, and the representation of freedom for me is, of course, the bird that can fly, and trying to be kind of like the old saying is, you can be with the pigeons or you can be with the eagles, and the eagles are the ones that truly have freedom, because they're not on the ground, they're out moving and trying to see what it is that's meant for them to see at the level that they're meant to be at. So